Are you currently living in the United States with a visa, green card, or humanitarian parole? Then you need to hear this because the U.S. government just announced some of the most important immigration changes in recent years, and many of them are already in effect. These changes are coming directly from USCIS and the Department of Homeland Security, and they could impact your job, your legal status, and your ability to remain in the country. This isn't just another policy update. This is a major shift, and it includes deportation notices, work permit cancellations, and serious warnings even for lawful immigrants. If you or someone in your family is on a visa, parole, or has a green card, this video could be the most important one you watch all year. Let's start with the most urgent news. As of June 12, 2025, the Department of Homeland Security officially ended the parole programs for citizens of Cuba, Haiti, Nicaragua, and Venezuela, also known as the CHNV parole programs. These programs were created as humanitarian pathways, allowing nationals from these 4 countries to enter the United States and live temporarily with permission to work. Thousands of people benefited from this initiative, entering legally, securing employment, and building new lives in safety. But now, that protection has ended. DHS has started sending email notices to CHNV parolees, informing them that their parole is revoked. This also means that their employment authorization, the work permit known as an EAD, is now invalid. If you're one of the thousands affected, your legal status and work authorization may have ended already, even if you're still going to your job every day. This has created immediate panic for both immigrants and their employers. Under normal circumstances, employers enrolled in the federal E-Verify program are notified if an employee's work permit has been revoked. But with this update, DHS has stopped sending those automatic alerts, so unless your employer checks manually, they might not know you are no longer legally authorized to work. This creates a legal risk for both parties. You, the employee, could face removal proceedings for working without authorization, and your employer could face penalties for hiring someone without valid status, even if it was unintentional. The message here is clear. If you're a CHNV parolee or work through an EAD, you must verify your current status immediately. Don't wait for your employer to find out. Act now. Another major warning that USCIS and DHS are now pushing hard involves the revocation of green cards and visas. The government has emphasized that lawful permanent residence and even visa status is a privilege, not a right. That means if you commit certain crimes, your status can be taken away. We're talking about terrorism-related offenses, immigration fraud, domestic violence, and even certain felonies. And these aren't just empty threats. There have been real cases this year where long-time green card holders lost their status and were deported after being convicted of crimes, even if they had lived in the U.S. for decades. The government is cracking down, and they're making an example of individuals who break the law. If you're a visa holder or green card holder, understand that your behavior, both inside and outside the legal system, matters. Even things like lying on immigration paperwork, entering with false documents, or being arrested for violence can lead to revocation and removal. For students, visitors, and temporary workers, your situation is also becoming more fragile. DHS has ramped up enforcement on those who overstay or work without authorization. The agency is also using new tools to track visa holders through airport exits, online data, and work permit records. If you've overstayed your visa even by a few weeks, you could be flagged by the system. If you work without permission or take on unauthorized freelance jobs, you could be violating the terms of your visa. In the past, enforcement might have been slow or inconsistent, but not anymore. The technology is better and the policies are stricter. So what can you do right now to stay protected? First, Check your status on the official USCIS portal. If you're on parole, check the expiration date. If you're using an EAD, make sure it's still valid and hasn't been revoked. If you're on a visa, check how long your authorized stay lasts and whether you need to file for an extension. Don't make assumptions. Verify everything. Second, talk to your employer. Ask them if they use E-Verify and whether they've received any recent updates about your work authorization. If you know your EAD is expired or revoked, don't continue working without addressing it. Get legal advice and figure out your next steps. Third, keep an eye on your mailbox and email. USCIS and DHS often send official notices through the mail, and if you receive a notice to appear, you must take it seriously. Contact an immigration attorney immediately. Showing up to your hearing and responding on time is critical to protecting your rights. Fourth, avoid any legal issues. It might sound obvious, but even minor offenses, like driving without a license, shoplifting, or disorderly conduct, can have immigration consequences. Avoid risky behavior. Don't associate with people involved in illegal activity. And absolutely, never use false documents or make false claims to immigration officers. Fifth, if you're a CHNV parolee, there may still be legal options for you. Depending on your circumstances, you might be eligible to apply for asylum, temporary protected status, TPS, or other forms of relief. But you must act quickly. Once your parole is revoked, you're no longer considered lawfully present in the U.S., which could impact your ability to adjust status in the future. Don't wait until you're detained to seek help. And finally, if you've been in the U.S. for many years and have no legal status, or your status has recently expired, it's more important than ever to speak with a qualified immigration attorney. There may be hidden options you've never explored. From family petitions, to waivers, to humanitarian protections. But you need professional help to figure it out. The truth is, these changes reflect a bigger picture. The U.S. government is taking a more aggressive approach to immigration enforcement. They're cutting humanitarian programs, they're revoking documents, and they're sending a message. If you don't maintain legal status and follow the rules, you will face consequences. It doesn't matter how long you've lived here, how hard you work, or how much you contribute to your community. Immigration status in the U.S. is now more fragile than ever before. And that's why staying informed, staying compliant, and staying prepared is critical. So if you've made it this far in the video, take this as a sign. Check your status today. Talk to your employer, talk to your lawyer, and share this video with your friends and family who might be affected. You could help someone avoid losing everything they've built. Thank you for watching. If you found this information helpful, please subscribe for more updates and leave a comment with your questions. We're here to help. Until next time, stay safe, stay smart, and stay strong.